Hey guys, you're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and thank you for joining me here for your free picks from the French Ligue 1 on Wednesday, February 1st. Guys, we got 10 games, full slate of Ligue 1 on Wednesday. That doesn't happen often, but that's a very good thing for us because when we have so many games, there's a lot of potential to make money, and this free picks will definitely do this for you. If you want more free picks, go to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel, check it out, guys, subscribe, hit that like button, and if you want my best bets, go to the Pick Dawgz website, go to that previous section and see what I have up there, or simply click the link in the description of this video. That will get you there. So, like I said, guys, we have 10 games, 5 games at 1 p.m. Eastern and 5 games at 3 p.m. Eastern. So, without further ado, let's kick it off, guys. The first matchup we are here to talk about is going to be between Angers and Ajaccio. Two teams from the bottom of the table, two teams in pretty bad form right now, especially Ajaccio, who is on a 4-game losing streak, while they actually lost 5 of their last 6 games. And Angers on the other side isn't that much better. They have lost 4 of their last 6 games. They do have a few positive results, but they're still the worst team in the league with only 17 scored goals and 45 conceded goals, and they are at the bottom of the table. Uh, Theoretically, there's still a chance for Angers to get out of the relegation zone, but seeing how the closest team in the safe zone from them is Brest in that 16th place with 10 points more, Angers will have to make a sharp 180 turn if they want to get even if they even want to get a chance of getting outside the relegation zone, but there's no guarantee that will happen because Ajaccio is also one of the teams in the relegation zone, but they are a lot closer to the safety than Angers is. Like I said, we have two teams with fairly bad, not fairly bad, pretty bad defenses, and these are two of the weakest teams in the league, both offensively and defensively. But that is, uh, I mean, this game has a potential of going either side, to be honest, and I think that both sides see this game as a potential win or as a potential spot to get points, which is why I think this is going to be an open game with a lot of chances. And for that reason, guys, I'm taking both teams to score in this one at plus 105. Very nice plus money on both teams to score, and I will take advantage of that. The second game we have, guys, is between Nantes and Marseille. Two very solid teams, but what Marseille has been doing so far since the restart of the season has been absolutely amazing. Still undefeated, and the only game that they didn't won was against Monaco in Ligue 1 last weekend, which ended in a 1-1 draw. But Marseille was the better team in that game, and I think they should have gotten the win. Nantes on the other side is also undefeated in their last 7 games, and they have been playing pretty well. They have kept a few clean sheets, they scored some goals, and there's definitely a lot of improvement when it comes to Nantes. But like I said, Marseille has been on another level so far this season, and especially after the restart. And Nantes actually hasn't won any of their last 3 games against Marseille. Both teams in very good form right now. Marseille only 1 loss on the road, alongside 6 wins and 2 draws, while Nantes at home has 3 wins, 5 draws, and only 1 loss as well. We have a team on the other side, Marseille, who has been scoring a lot of goals. They have 1 injured player. They have a suspended player as well. They made some signings at the deadline, and also they're getting a few players back from the injury list. And I honestly think that they have absolutely deserve to have a look here. But I am gonna stick to goals, and I'm gonna take Marseille team total over 1.5 at minus 117. I think it's a fantastic price on a team that has been scoring a lot of goals, and the team that has been one of the best defensive teams in the league so far this season with 40 scored goals. So, despite Nantes' very solid defense, I think that Marseille scores at least 2 goals here, guys. And for that reason, I'm gonna go with this Marseille team total over 1.5. Third game in Ligue 1, guys, is going to be between Lille and Clermont, and both of these teams are playing pretty well right now, but Lille actually lost against Nice this past weekend on the road. It was 1-0. I think that was a game that they should have done better. They should have gotten at least a draw out of it. But I think that this is a pretty good bounce back spot for them because uh, despite Clermont's solid form as of late, they're not that good of a team on the road, especially defensively. And I think that Lille will take advantage of that. Now, when it comes to defending, Lille at home hasn't been the greatest team at all. They have conceded 17 goals in 10 games, and I think that seeing how Clermont is playing well right now, I think that they are doing a good job. They might get to the scoreboard, but I think that Lille will try to bounce back here. I think they will try to do everything they can to start on the front foot, and I think they will put a lot of pressure on Clermont here, who has a few injured players as well, and that will kind of reduce their depth for this game. So I think there was multiple choices of what to go with in this game, but I decided to go with Lille -1 at -124, which means that if they get a win by only one goal, we get a push. But I honestly think that Lille has enough offense, and I think that they will be quite motivated to outscore Clermont here and get a nice win. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see 2-0, maybe 3-0, 3-1 win for Lille here in this one. So Lille -1 at -124. That's gonna be my pick for this one, guys. In the next matchup, guys, Reims is hosting Lorient, and these are also two pretty solid teams. I would say that when it comes to quality, these are two pretty even teams, but Lorient has been doing fantastic job when it comes to scoring goals as of late, and they have scored at least 2 goals in their last 6 games in a row, and they have beaten some pretty strong teams during this streak. They have beaten the Rennes. Uh, they tied to Monaco. They have beaten Angers, and overall they are doing a very good job. Despite their lack of defense, they're not that good of a defensive team. But as of right now, they have a lot of offense, and they're showing it. They're really flaunting it against their opponents, and that is actually what has gotten them very close to that Europa League spot, because Lorient is now in 6th place, and like I said, they have been one of the best offensive teams after the restart in Ligue 1. As far as Reims go, guys, they have a lot better defense than Lorient does, but they don't have not nearly as much as offense that Lorient does. However, Reims is undefeated in their last 7 games, and they have been scoring goals pretty consistently. They also kept a few clean sheets, and I think this is a very good spot for them to look for another positive result out of this game. However, I just don't see them being able to keep a clean sheet here, guys. So in this one, I think I'm gonna go with both teams to score. -117. It's a very good price. I like it a lot, and as much as good of a job Lorient is doing in that attacking and with scoring goals, they're having a very hard time keeping a clean sheet, and they're now facing Reims, the team that's undefeated in the last 7 games, and the team that has been doing a very good job as of late. So both teams to score. I think this is a slam dunk for this game, guys. In the next game in Ligue 1, we have Toulouse hosting Troyes, guys, and that should be a fairly, I would say, one-sided match, because Troyes has been playing excellent football as of late, undefeated in their last 4 Ligue 1 games, and they are the favorites here. The price is now -130, which is excellent price, and I like it a lot. And seeing how they have been dominant in this matchup, because Troyes has beaten them only once in the past, and it has been a few years since then. I just don't see Troyes having a shot here, to be honest. Even though they are, I don't know, they are out of the relegation zone right now. They have some quality. They haven't won any of their last 4 games, and when playing at home, Toulouse hasn't lost any of their last 8 games against Troyes. I think there's only one way here, especially at this price, guys. I I simply gotta go with Toulouse on the money line. It's -130 right now, like I said. Depends on on your books and do your shopping. I think it's definitely worth a shot here, because Troyes is the better team here, in much better form, and theoretically they still have a decent chance of getting to that Conference League spot. They're only 9 points away now, so if they are able to connect a few more wins together, a few more positive results, I think that they could join into that race. So I'm taking Toulouse on the money line in this one, guys. In this game, we have Monaco and Auxerre. Uh, Monaco has gotten the positive result in that derby matchup against Marseille. They even got the lead in the first half, but Marseille got back. However, Monaco has been on a nice positive roll right now. Their form is improving. They are definitely one of the most effective teams when it comes to scoring goals in League One right now. And seeing how they're facing one of the weakest teams in the league in Auxerre, the team that's actually in a 5-game losing streak in League One, and the team that is in the relegation zone, I think that Monaco has to go for the win here. It's quite simple. They have to score 2, 3 goals, if not more, get back on a nice positive winning streak, increase their effectiveness, boost their confidence for their next game, and they are facing one of the weakest defensive team in the league in Auxerre, the team that conceded 43 goals so far this season in 20 games. That's an average of more than 2 conceded goals per game. And on top of all that, Auxerre on the road has absolutely been horrible this season. They have scored only 7 goals. I think that Monaco has to step up here. They have to do all they can to keep a clean sheet, to kind of give their nice confidence boost to their defense, to their goalkeeper. And their offense, they simply have to outscore them by a lot of goals here. And I think they will. So in this one, I'm taking Monaco to win and over 2.5 goals, minus 127. Even if Auxerre doesn't get on the score sheet here, guys, Monaco on their own should have no problems getting over 2.5 line, and with that, I think they get a nice and comfortable win here. So Monaco to win and over 2.5 goals, minus 127. That's gonna be my pick for this one. In the next game, guys, PSG is looking for kind of a redemption against Montpellier on the road, because in their last game, PSG dropped points against Reims at home. On top of that, yes, I know that they conceded a red card, and I know that Reims is a very good team right now, but if Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi can't outscore Reims, I'm not sure what's happening. Something's wrong with PSG right now, especially at home. Now, when it comes to games on the road, PSG has scored 7 goals in the French Cup on the road last week. They have scored 5 against Al Nassr, Al Hilal, All Star team, or whatever that was. And overall, it seems that they have been performing a little bit better on the road than they have at home. Montpellier, on the other side, is actually scoring a lot more goals on the road than they are at home. Their defense is kind of an equally bad both at home and on the road. And I think, like I said, this is a nice redemption spot for PSG to get their confidence back, to get their form up, especially in that attacking end. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. Montpellier might be a threat on occasion or two. They do have a lot of injured players. They are missing a few players because of the red cards. But so does PSG. However, PSG is a team with a lot more depth, and the team that has a lot more quality on both ends. So in this game, guys, I gotta go with PSG and over 2.5 goals, minus 143. I think it's a great price. I was expecting it to be around minus 175 or so. It might even get there, so snag that price before it drops, and I think this is gonna be a winner for us and for PSG, guys. So PSG to win and over 2.5 goals. That's my pick for this one. In the next game, guys, Lyon is looking to keep their winning streak alive, which is now 2 games winning streak, and both of those wins were on the road. And on top of that, Lyon has kept 2 clean sheets in a row, which is something that doesn't happen often. Brest, on the other side, has been scoring goals pretty consistently. They did get a nice home win against Angers last weekend. It was 4-0 at home. They were quite effective. They had an excellent game, and I think that despite all the injuries they have and a couple of suspended players, I think that Brest could be a threat here against Lyon. Lyon is notoriously known as a team that goes on a nice streak and then they suffer a huge letdown. Their defense failed them, and I think this might be the case for that. Maybe not to that extreme, but I just don't think that Lyon can keep Brest on the scoreboard here. However, given the form they are in, I just gotta side with Lyon in this one, but I'm gonna go full value in this one because I definitely think it's worth the risk, guys. I'm gonna take Lyon to win and both teams to score at plus 225. Brest has been scoring goals quite consistently, like I said. They are missing a few players because of the injuries, and that is a nice advantage for Lyon and the fact that they're playing at home. But like I said, I don't see them keeping Brest off the scoreboard, and for that reason, full value for me, guys. Lyon to win and both teams to score at plus 225. We have 2 games left in League 1, guys, to talk about, and one of those is gotta be between Lens and Nice. Lens still trying to stay close to PSG at the top of the table, and they are. However, they dropped points last week where they shouldn't have, actually this past weekend where they shouldn't have, but luckily for them, PSG dropped points as well. In their last game, Lens was facing Troyes, and that was a game where they had probably around 1,000 shots, and half of those were on target. They were just struggling so much by scoring a goal, and they finally succeeded close to the end of the game in like 85th minute or so. However, up until that point, Troyes had the lead, and this game ended in a 1-1 draw. Now, Nice on the other side is actually undefeated in the last 3 games. They displayed some nice defensive football during that streak. They've conceded only 1 goal. However, they are not a team that's going to score a lot of goal, and occasionally we can see them creating a lot of chances and scoring more than 2 or 3 goals. But in their last 2 games, they have scored only 1 goal, and that was enough for that win against Lille. Now, in this game, if they want to get a positive result, or if they want to get a win, they will need to outscore Lens, which is definitely not an easy task, especially on the road, because Lens at home has been absolutely perfect with 10 wins out of 10 games. And that's the route I'm going to take in this one, guys. I think that Lens is the better team here. Both teams have a few injured players, but Lens on the money line minus 136 right now, it's definitely worth a shot because they really can't afford to drop any more points if they want to stay close to PSG, because I don't think that PSG will drop points again. So I'm going to give it a shot with Lens on the money line at minus 136 right now, and I think this is going to be another nice winner for us, guys. And the final match in Ligue 1 on Wednesday is going to be between Rennes and Strasbourg. We have 2 very struggling teams, especially Rennes, who has a lot of quality, and the team that has been in the title race for most of the season so far. However, they have lost 3 of their last 4 games, and they haven't won any of their last 2 games. As a matter of fact, they lost both of their last 2 games, and they were actually struggling quite a lot in that attacking end. Now, I get that Rennes has a few key players that are injured or missing or suspended, and that's definitely not going to be an easy task to replace those players. However, Strasbourg is basically a hospital right now. They're missing a lot of players. They have only 1 win in their last 6 games, and they haven't been doing a good job both offensively and defensively. Last 6-7 games for Strasbourg have gone over 2.5, and I think this one will be the same as well, because Strasbourg basically has no defense right now, and if Rennes can beat Strasbourg comfortably, I'm not sure who they can beat right now, and for that reason I think that Rennes will come out flying. I think they will try to get on the scoreboard as soon as possible, try to kind of open them up, force Strasbourg to attack, and for that reason, guys, I'm taking the Rennes to win and over 2.5 goals. It's plus 135, which is an excellent price on a team that has a lot of potential, on a team that has a lot of offensive firepower. They just need to show it in this game, and I think they will. So, Rennes to win and over 2.5 goals, plus 135. That's it, guys. These were your 10 free picks from the French Ligue 1 on Wednesday, February 1st, sorry. Like I said, we have full slate in Ligue 1, 10 games, kicking off at 1 p.m. and finishing off with at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's more free picks up on the Pickdawgz YouTube channel, so check it out. And if you want my best bets, go to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel, preview section, and see what I have up there. That's it, guys. Make sure you hit those thumbs up. We do appreciate it a lot. and I'll see you soon with more free picks.